Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kyrielle. Today's another story time, as you read by that title. Today's story is going to be ghetto. Yeah. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Kyrielle. Everything is the same thing. Like this video, subscribe to my channel because y'all be really stingy with the subscription button. Like, what's tea? If you don't know, I am legally blind. I feel like I have to say that in every story time just to give you really good context on me. Anyways, this was in high school. I used to hate waking up for high school because it was so dark. I get up this morning and I used to get cute for school. Even though I really didn't hang with people like that, I really didn't talk to nobody like that. I probably had 2 friends. I felt like a lot of the girls at my school really didn't like me because I was standoffish, but it was a reason why I was standoffish. But of course, I never really told them that because I don't know you, girl. So a lot of the girls really didn't like me just off of the strength of thinking that I'm bougie. They probably thought like I was rude, but they didn't know me. So it was all assumptions. But that had to be the reason why they didn't like me, because how you don't like somebody that you don't even know? Usually when I show up to school, there used to be like an assistant for me to walk me to my class because of how dark it was, and they already knew what time it was with me. But for some reason on this day, Miss Thomas was not there. So I get off the bus. I don't have an assistant to help me, so I'm literally having to make my own way to my class. Yes, it was very hard. When people ask me how do I do certain things, I can only just say God, because who else is gonna help me? Who else? I've been in so many different situations and it's just like, I don't know how I got through them. But anyways, so it's pitch black dark, right? I'm getting off the bus. I wish y'all could see how my school was made. You gotta get off the bus and then the building is right in front of you as soon as you get off the bus. But sometimes my bus driver would drive past the school a little bit to drop us off. I guess because there were other buses behind us. I don't know why he did that sometimes. And I would know that because there are lights on the building. And if I could see the lights just passing by, I'm like, damn, he's dropping us off a little further from the doors. Anyways, on this day, we were further from the doors and I had to literally make my way. So I'm looking at the lights, trying to make my way to because you got to go through doors before you actually get to the actual courtyard of the school. So I'm trying to make my way to those doors. There's literally steps before you get to those doors. Girl, I tripped over them stairs. Once I felt the railing, I was cool, but I tripped over at least 2 of those steps. Anyway, so I get through the building. As I'm trying to make my way to my class, I bump into this girl. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, literally just anytime I bump into somebody, I'm super apologetic because it's genuinely not my fault and I'm genuinely sorry. But this girl didn't say nothing. So I'm like, okay, maybe she got her headphones in, whatever. I keep it pushing. So the bell rings 10 minutes later. Y'all, 7:21 on the dot. And it's time to go to class. This girl taps me on my shoulder and says, you bumped my friend. I bumped her like 10 minutes ago, but like, that was 10 minutes ago. I said I was sorry, and yeah. She said you could at least said excuse me or apologize. You can't just walk around bumping into people thinking it's cool. First of all, why are you talking for your friend? She cut me off right when I said I'm visually impaired. She was like, I don't care about that. Don't nobody care about that. You walk around thinking you're all that. Oh, okay, so this is a whole nother problem. Like, you got a whole different problem with me. Like, you went from saying I bumped into your friends to saying that I walk around like I'm all that, which is not true, because just because I don't see you waving at me, or I may not see you telling me, come here, like, what? It's not my fault, babe. You gotta speak to me. Like, you gotta actually say to me, hey girl, come over here, I want to say something. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I ever ignored them or something. I don't know if it did look like I thought I was all that, because I have gotten that before. Like, oh, you think you all that, but it's like, I really don't. I'm the most humblest person you will ever meet in life. Anyway, so I'm looking at her. I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, I'm so confused, because how you go from saying I bumped into your friend to you been in your feelings about me thinking I wanted. So I'm like, babe, I don't know what you're talking about. You don't even know me. She was like, I don't need to know you to know that you're a bitch. You walk around like you think you better than people. You're not even that cute. I said, hold on, wait. I don't even know where this is coming from, because I don't even know you. You don't know me. I just kept saying that, like, you don't know me, because you clearly do not know me. Number one, I don't care how low my vision is, I will defend myself. I wish I can go back and be the person that I am today, because back then I really didn't stand up for myself as much as I wanted to. Girl. Anyways, this girl's going on and on and on. So my homegirl came up out of nowhere and she's like, yo, like, she's visually impaired. She really didn't mean to bump into your friend. It's really not that serious. The girl literally said, she started clapping her hands. Y'all know when a girl starts to clap her hands, it's time to fight. I immediately felt like I was in danger, because It was like 5 of them girls, just me and my homegirl. But I already felt like I needed to defend myself before my homegirl even pulled up, because of how the girls were just on me, like in my face. Like, these girls literally had been in their feelings for a very long time. And I honestly remember the voices of these girls, because I remember I would walk past a group of girls and they would just be whispering and laughing. And I remember I pissed them off one day because I looked back at them and I smiled and I kept walking. When I did that, them girls got turned up. But I was going up the stairs and they was downstairs, so I guess that's why we didn't have a run-into. But on this day, they had all the reason to just pour out everything they felt. So they going on and on. So as I'm looking at the girl, I don't know if I'm looking at her like I don't take you serious or what, but I'm looking at the girl. All I remember is her voice getting louder, which means she's getting closer to me, right? And she's like, B, do you hear what I'm saying? I know you can't see, but can you hear what I'm saying to you, blah, blah, blah. I swung on that girl. I punched her dead in her face. She got close enough to me for me to be able to hear her voice and know exactly where she was standing at. So I swung in that direction, hit her in her face. I felt somebody hit me in the back of my head. I had in some braids, so I felt somebody pulling my hair this way. Somebody was pulling my hair that way. And then all I'm doing is fighting forward, because last I remember is the girl was in front of me. So I'm just fighting forward. I was taught you pick one and you just beat their ass. Like, you just pick one. You can't fight all of them, so just pick one and beat their ass. Where was my friend? Anyways, I don't remember her even jumping in for real, but it felt like we was fighting for like 15 minutes. And y'all know that's a long ass time to be fighting. I don't know if that was really the time frame, but it just felt like it. I could hear the girl talking like, oh, bitch, get off of me, get off of me. Girl, I was really getting with her, because what you not finna do is play with me. You ain't finna play with me, low vision or not. You ain't finna play with me, because at that point, you're a bully. Like, I stopped listening to her when she said, I don't care about that. You can't walk around bumping into people. I stopped listening to her after that, because at that point you don't care, and now you're being a bully. It's one thing to not know and then you're just ignorant to the whole situation. Once you know and you still continue to want to fight, you're a bully. So I had to stand up for myself, and guess what? We were fighting. The girl's shirt came off. I'm pulling. Girl, I pulled her out her clothes. I sure did. Her shirt came off. I start tugging at her bra, punching her, and then I let her go, because what's up? We need to do hands up. Like, no pulling. I don't like to pull hair. I ain't trying to pull no shirts. So get up. The girl is getting up. Her titties is out. The girl gets up. Her titties is out. And I know that because a lot of people's like, oh my God, her titties, her titties, her titties. This girl bone rushed me. She kind of get me good because I didn't know she was bone rushing me. I was paying attention to the person who was still pulling my hair. But she bone rushes me, and once she gets on me, I'm like, okay. So I start back fighting, like I start back throwing hands, and she's on top of me at this point. Titties is just like, how are your titties on the floor? You're only like 15. No, how old are you? How old are we in 10th grade? 17, 16? How are your titties that long that they're all in my face while you fighting me? That's so nasty. I'm literally so disgusted because her titties is all in my face as we're fighting. So I get enough energy, thank God, to push her off of me. Next thing I know, her friend runs up. One is still pulling my hair. How am I fighting? How am I fighting? My braids were so long. I was able to be on the floor. Somebody was still pulling my hair. So when I get finished fighting Titty Girl, that's what we're gonna call her, Titty Girl, her friend runs up. I start fighting her. She has on a wig. I snatched her wig off. It got caught on my ring or something. I don't know. I always wear rings. So her wig got caught on my ring. And I don't care. It got snatched off. You should have glued your wig down before you want to come to school talking about people. I don't know where City Girl went, but I don't know. I don't know where she went. But at this point, we start fighting, right? Everybody was like, oh my God, her wig, her wig, her wig. Y'all, we fighting. I slip on the girl's wig. Boom, I slip. The girl gets on top of me. And now comes administration. So now administration is pulling up. Why one man come? What does one man gonna do? So he goes and start pulling her. So as he pulling her, I jump up and I start pushing her. He was like, do not hit her. I'm trying to break it up. Do not hit her. I'm trying to break it up. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna stop. I don't care because these girls are jumping me. Security pulls up. They grab me and they hold me up in the air. Why you holding me up in the air is not that serious. All you gotta do is just grab me. We're gonna get down to the bottom of this. Everybody move. Everybody go to class. Everybody go to class. Girl, at this point, it's like 8:30. We was fighting too long. So when I get into the office, they sit me down with the 3 girls. And so they're like, what's everybody's name? How did all this start? Blah, blah, blah. I did not get into any trouble because there were so many witnesses that was able to say that they started it. The administration people know me. So they was like, Karia, what are you doing fighting? Like, what are you doing fighting? And they asked me that because they know that I'm legally blind. So they're like, what are you doing fighting? And on top of that, the way them girls looked at, oh, baby, they look like they got into a fight with somebody who had 20/20. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. No, but for real, y'all, I really didn't get into any trouble because, like I said, there were so many witnesses that really pointed them out as the shit starters. Shout out to me. Them hoes got suspended for like 10 days. I don't know. But I didn't get suspended at all, baby. Because they knew what was tea. Like, I don't bother nobody. So, like, don't play with me. It was literally self-defense. It really was. What y'all wanted me to do? Sit there and look dumb? But I don't know where my friend was. She literally dipped on me, apparently. And I did not talk to her ever since. I didn't talk to her ever since, child. That's my story, girl. That's my first fight. And I still, to this day, don't bother nobody like that. But don't play with me. And this is a learning lesson to not judge a book by its cover. Fuck is you talk about? Let me stop. But nah, don't judge a book by its cover, y'all. Because them girls thought they had one up on me. And to jump me was crazy. Like, y'all really jumped me. That's crazy. The fact that they thought that they needed to is crazy enough. But I had like a bust lip. The girl kept holding on to my hair. So this whole back row, the back 4 rows was loose as hell. But thank God I didn't get no hair pulled out of my scalp. I wondered did she get her wig back? Because, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. If you did, subscribe to my channel for more. And I will see y'all in my next video. I'm out. Peace.